welcome back to the McCarthy Athletic Center. It is time for some more Gonzaga basketball. And tonight we got the women, the 22nd ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs. Welcome in the Montana Grizzlies out of the Big Sky. Montana 4-6. The Zags 11-2 and off to a 2-0 start in the West Coast Conference. Another non-conference game here tonight. Great to see everyone again. Greg Heister, Stephanie Hawk-Freeman. It's a good team. Let's just start there. It's a flat-out good team. It is a great team, and they've had to fight through some adversity in this preseason, and to get off to a 2-0 start to conference play is phenomenal. Kaylin Trong, awesome. Amazing. Tremendous, yes. Yes, coming off a great performance, earning Player of the Week. You can see the stats there from the last two games against BYU and San Diego. Had a career-high 24 points versus BYU, added 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and several steals as well. Really just has that next play attitude, and as Coach Fortier says, she's just as steady as they come. And it was obvious in the game that I called last weekend when the team really needed somebody to step up. She put the team on her back and carried them to victory. Okay, Montana comes in here. They've got 3 players in double digits. They've got the ability to put the ball in the bucket. They do. Their overall record isn't reflective of how good this team is and can be. And they're led by Sammy Fatkin. She's their leading scorer, 12.7 points per game, 5.6 rebounds. She's aggressive on both ends of the floor, can really bring that aggressive, energetic spark that the team needs. She can score in traffic. She can shoot from the outside. She's a tough, tough player. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Montana leads the all-time series by 1 game. A chance to even that at 17 wins apiece tonight. And oh, by the way, the Zags have won the last 9. Starting lineups to tip off when we come back. It's Montana and it's Gonzaga, and it's up next. Hey, welcome back. Riverfront Park there. Beautiful wintertime shot. Old man winter alive and well in the inland Northwest. It's been a beautiful month of December. Here are your starting lineups brought to you tonight by Numerica Credit Union. Pay bills, deposit checks, access your account 24/7 with digital banking at Numerica Credit Union. Plus, show your Bulldog pride with your Zags debit card only at Numerica, federally insured by NCUA, equal housing opportunity. Fatkin, Markson, and Stump all scoring double digits for Montana. You see Haley Heward there, number 10. Well, if you're a fan of the Washington Huskies, you may remember Brock Heward, that great left-handed quarterback for the Huskies. That's his daughter. For the Zags, Prong, Maxwell, Michaela Williams, Eliza Hollingsworth, and Yvonne Ejim. That is an all-star lineup for head coach Lisa. She's getting to be so good that maybe it's just like we just go with Lisa. Just Lisa? Yeah. I don't know. Right? I don't know. She's good. Got a coach. I mean, you know what? Well, no, of course you call her coach, but I mean, Coach Lisa? Yeah, I mean, she's like, these numbers are getting so gaudy that you really, you know, she's earned, you know, just like, you know what I'm saying. She's good. Yes, really good. Here's Hollingsworth, left hand inside, and it falls off. First rebound of the game goes to Montana. So this is a fun matchup because these two teams are very familiar with each other. A lot of the same faces from both teams. Obviously Gonzaga lost a lot of starters, but the same Montana team that they looked at last year, a lot of players. And you can see there a shot by number 20 G Feller. She will shoot it out there, and she is one that played really well against GU last year, had 19 points, went for 7 for 10 from the floor. And she's a local product from Colfax, Washington. Right down the road. Hey, slow down when you're going through Colfax. Just trust me on that one. Here's Ejim. Williams with a drive back to Yvonne. Skip to the corner. Brenna Maxwell into the paint. Hangs and hits. Chance for 3. I love this play by Brenna Maxwell. She is such a phenomenal shooter behind the three-point line. She's shooting 51% on the season. That's good enough for number 3 in the nation and number 1 in the WCC tournament. So obviously the defense is going to come out trying to chase her off that three-point line, but now she's showing that she can go into the paint and finish as well. And she is money at the free throw line. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how she shoots it at the free throw line. Yeah, 98%. That's number 2 in the nation and obviously 1 in the WCC. Yeah, but it's what's nutty about it, like the 98 is impressive, but she's only missed 1 out of 41. She's 40 of 41.
Right, it's not like she just took like 5 on the season or anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Egypt, the rebound, a couple of misses there by Montana. Back comes Gonzaga, but they give it up. There's Kaylin Trong. Really impressed with her lately, her career obviously, but boy, lately when their team has really needed that spark, that extra energy. The Zag team came out of finals week, I think last week, a little flat, right?
Yeah.
And BYU did not play well, frankly, the first 3 quarters, but their defense clamped down, and then Kaylin Trong led them to victory. Maxwell from 15, that shot's off. Loose ball, Egypt another rebound. She's tied up inside and fouled. And I think this will go against Burton Oliver, number 13.
Well, I talked about it in the open about this Gonzaga team facing adversity. They've got several injured players that aren't playing. They're down to a 9-player roster. And that's actually luxury considering that they've played a few games with just 7. And like you said, Kaylin Trong has really stepped up her game in all areas, right? Not just the points per game, but just being that leader on the floor and, like you said, taking over the game when they needed someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
She just had the courage to just, she's got that in her. I'll do whatever the team needs me to do. And if that means drop 25, I can do it. And there's a foul on the outside of Michaela Williams. Nope, going to give it to Kaylin Trong. And we should bring up Kaylee right now, her sister, who, like, you literally could put either one out on the floor and not know. If you just put the number 0 on each one of them, you wouldn't know who was who. Even with their caliber of play, they're that evenly matched. Williams inside, drops it through, but Kaylee is injured. She'll be back before the end of the season. They're unsure when.
Yeah, hurt her foot down at that Bahamas tournament. Like you said, just in that boot right now, and just an unknown as to when she will return, but it will be before the season's done.
There's a drive and a foul on Egypt. Looked like she went straight up to me. Carmen G-Feller will go to the free throw line.
And this is something with such limited players playing for Gonzaga right now, is with Yvonne, she really has to be aware of her fouls. She can't get herself in foul trouble. They need her out there on the court. And so something to watch as she's picked up this first foul.
And that shot of Coach Fortier a moment ago, Kaylee off her right shoulder there. One of 2, long rebound. It's poked. That's off of G-Feller. Should be Zach Ball, and it is.
So G-Feller, since we're on the topic of injuries, sat out the first 5 games for the Grizz with a foot injury of her own, and really probably just now starting to find her way back into the rhythm of the games, and the team as well, having her back. She's such a big piece of what they do. It's nice that she's back out on the court and playing again for them.
There's the drive inside by Markstrom, and it drops. And it's 7-3. Montana men in town last night to play the Gonzaga men. Zags held them off, won by 10, but boy, they came to play from Missoula. Egypt, jump shot is off. Maxer in the rebound, or I'm sorry, Markson. And now the drive by Fatkin, back to Markson. Williams right there, screen is set. G-Feller now 15 seconds on the shot clock. And driving is Fatkin, skip to the corner. Libby Stump, great space, missed the shot, good look. Got to connect there. Zags up by 4, here's Williams. Great position by Egypt. And she'll shoot free throws, foul on number 13, Keely Burton Oliver.
Yeah, that was, like you said, that was great positioning by Yvonne to run down the court and get that deep position. And then once the defenders pin that deep low, there's nothing they can do.
Kaylee Stokes, number 10 on the floor for Gonzaga. Brenna Maxwell went to the bench. So the Zags with their first substitution. Yvonne Ejim hits the front end. She's a 75.5% free throw shooter. Really good for her position. 1 of 2. Zags up by 5. Greg Heister, Stephanie Hawk-Freeman. Together again. Matt Koenig, number 2 on the floor for Montana. The fall away for Fatkin won't go. Ejim clears it. Strong coast to coast. Left hand drops. Zags up by 7, 10-3. And Trong into the scorebook with her first bucket. Again, getting inside is Stump. And she'll shoot 2 free throws, and I believe that's number 2 on Yvonne Ejim.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to talk about earlier is you've got Stump going in at 5'8". Yvonne listed at 6'1". There's no need for her to come down or just stay straight up and make it tough. And now we're not even 5 minutes into this first half, and Yvonne's going to have to sit down.
Stump misses the free throw. That was her first miss on the season, by the way. She was 9 of 9 prior to that. Now 10 of 11 on the season.
Stump has been such a boost for the Grizz coming off the bench. She's averaging 10.6 points per game, and she's shooting at 42% at the three-point line.
Yeah, good numbers for a freshman out of Ferndale. Here's Stokes. Hollingsworth 3 is off. 50% shooter. That one didn't look good. Zags up by 6. Montana can trim into it. Here's Stump again, falling away. Baseline jumper goes. Libby with 3. And now some pressure. Trying to turn the Zags over. Kaylin, little bump. Scoop with the left hand, blocked inside. Picked up by Montana. Back come the Grizzlies.
Boy, I thought Lynn had beaten her player. She had her defensive player on her back. But a great shift over by the Grizz defense.
Advantage Gonzaga there. 4:52 to play in this first quarter. Zags up by 4. Brenna Maxwell coming back into the game for Gonzaga when we come back. Tonight's keys of the game brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. Earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. Baton to you, partner.
Yep, if you're Gonzaga, you got to push the ball. I think they're at their best game when they are in transition, having players run, making the defense scramble. Most importantly, I think for this game defensively for Gonzaga is their closeouts. The Grizz have phenomenal three-point shooters, but they can also drive and finish in the line, so they have to close out balanced and make sure that not only do they deter the three-point shot, but then also keep them from getting into that paint, and then bring the energy and physicality. This is Gonzaga's 3rd game in 5 days with limited players. That's a lot of minutes for these players, but from that, you can't tell if you're watching Brenna Maxwell.
Yeah, wow, she's so good from behind that line. Now 36 of 70 on the season, over 51%. When I read those numbers, I'm thinking you got to get her more shots. I don't care how many she's shooting, you got to get her more. Good defense inside by Destiny Burton. But eventually a foul is called here. Burton with the initial block. Another look at Maxwell, so quick on the trigger, partner.
Oh yeah, she can see players like that, the shooters, they know where the defensive players are, and she knew she was open and was just waiting for that pass.
Feeder set.
Yep.
Ready to catch it. Ball's already in the air the minute it touches her palms. There's Michaela Williams at that free throw line. That last foul called on number 34, Alex Parag. Did I say that right? Parag, yes. Darn close. There's Coach Fortier.
And I always wait until the free throws are shot now because I've been burned too many times. But Michaela Williams, another phenomenal free throw shooter on the year, 81%. Gonzaga shoots really well as a team, 80% from the free throw line.
Yeah, you don't see that on any side of the ledger, men's or women's, often. And the entire team is over 80. Another chance for G. Feller. This is Fatkin on the drive. Baseline jump shot. Good elevation on the 5'11 graduate player from Snohomish.
Yeah, great confidence. She looked really comfortable getting into that little step back jumper.
Now they're sticking with this pressure. Zags break it down. Stokes missed the mid-range jumper. Rebound, Libby Stump. Libby looking to score. Jump stop, threw it in.
Yeah, I think Montana had to go to this pressure because the energy just wasn't there. And if you read about their last game against Montana Tech, they kind of just didn't have that spark, that energy. And it wasn't until Fatkin really stepped up and said, all right, this isn't how we're going to play. We're going to be more aggressive. And I think when you put teams into that full court pressure or some type of trap and pressure play, it gets them going.
Danny Barch and Stokes on the floor. And on the other end, the foul by Michaela Williams. And that's her first. And that's 4 on Gonzaga this quarter. I would have tried to have thrown that ball up to the rim after that contact, see if you could draw a shooting foul out of it.
There you go.
It's under the bucket like that. I mean, you can almost say it was an act of shooting just because of where she was.
Well, from now on, both teams are in that bonus.
And that's on Peyton Muma, her first. And at the free throw line, Carmen G. Feller. 6-1. Short to you.
Just a little.
But 6'1".
Yeah, no, she's got great size. She's really multi-dimensional. She can shoot outside. She can go to work both hands inside. You know, pretty tricky to guard. Someone that can finish both ways. A preseason all Big Sky this year as well.
Yeah, she's a good player on both ends. She's going to make it tough for you on one end to score, and then she's got the ability to put it in the bucket herself. Kayla Williams threw it away. Deflection, Matt Koenig. Outlet up. Here's Fatkin to the rim and drops it through. 15-14. Montana to within a point. Almost another turnover there. Gonzaga with 3 turnovers in this first quarter. Maxwell. Hollingsworth there to set the screen. Maxwell on the drive. The kiss off the glass. Gonzaga needed that bucket.
And that's the person who I thought should do it out there. If you're looking at this lineup, I thought Brenna Maxwell needs to be the person who gets this next shot for Gonzaga. And she just did a great job of making the right read.
Boy, great dish from Fatkin to G. Feller. Montana with some momentum now, back within a point. They've hit their last 4 shots. That bucket by Gonzaga a moment ago, Maxwell, that ended an 8-0 run for Montana.
Yatkin has really stepped up. She's had those 2 buckets, and like you said, that pass there. She's starting to get it going, which is, if you're Gonzaga, worried.
I cannot believe how fast Brenna Maxwell gets that 3-point shot off. I swear it's coming from the hip. Like the catch at the hip, the ball's in the air. Like, look at how fast she gets that off.
Yeah.
You can't defend that.
Boy,
and it goes in, and she's fouled.
The defender was right there. She had very little space to get that shot off.
Brenna already with 11 points in this game. 4 of 5 from the floor, 2 of 2 from downtown. And again, I'm shocked she's missed one, frankly. When you watch her shoot a free throw, you're like,
I know.
She'll never miss.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. She missed one.
One. There is a little room for error.
Yes, 21-16. G. Feller.
Great.
I bet there was a breeze in the arena that game when she missed that free throw.
Probably. I'm thinking so.
Good,
the
harsh
conditions
breeze.
were just right in the gym.
There's a turnover, grabbed out of the air by Sammy Fatkin. Right to the rim, missed it, loose ball, controlled by Peyton Muma. Here's Kelly Stokes. Knifes through. Montana back defensively. Hollingsworth took it away, stepped in front of the pass, and dumped it through.
Hey, if things aren't going your way, those are the plays you have to come out on top with, and just sticking with it, sticking around the rim there. Hollingsworth getting the 2.
Zags back in front by 5, offensive foul. It's away from the ball. Who did they call that on? Was that on number 40, Danny Barch? It is. That's her first. Muma out. Moving screen. I don't know, was that a screen or was she just running through the... I mean, I guess it's moving. There was contact, so maybe by definition that's a moving screen. I don't think she was going to set a screen, though.
It's just one of those, whose side are you on?
Yeah.
Coach Olsinger doesn't think so.
Yeah.
Coach 48 says yes.
Zags up by 5, turnover. 20 seconds to go, first quarter. Montana will pull it out and play for 1. And they've hit 5 of their last 6 shots. G-Feller leads him with 7. She'll set the screen. This is Fatkin, 3 on the clock, to the post. Strong deflects it away. Hollingsworth, they won't get there. Zags lead by 5 after the first in Spokane against the Montana Grizzlies. Led by number 22, Brenna Maxwell, had 12 points in that first quarter. She was 4 of 5 from the floor, 2 3-pointers, 2 free throws, doing it all right now for Gonzaga. Number 22, Gonzaga 23, Montana 18, second quarter when we come back. Tonight's Gonzaga basketball broadcast brought to you by Arby's, your delicious neighborhood meat crafter. Stop by Arby's today. Arby's, we have the meats. I love meat. There's the carousel downtown. There's Brenna Maxwell. What a start to this game for her. Project this out, she's got a chance at 50.
What? That would take quite an effort.
12 times 4 is 48.
I'm not going to doubt her.
A couple more free throws and you're there. I'm just saying. I mean, when
I'd
she's
like to
4 or
see it.
5,
that'd
be a
fun.
great night.
That'd be
wouldn't
fun
it?
to see.
Somebody send her a note.
Okay.
Come on, Brenna. Picked up the dribble there.
So Gonzaga's switching up defense now, going into a zone look. And paying off, getting the turnover.
Yeah, Montana now with 5, Gonzaga with 5. Caitlin Prong sending everybody down. Oh, there's a big collision with no whistle. Matt Koenig ran right into Caitlin Prong. Here's Hollingsworth at the elbow, and now the drive. Step through left hand, pretty move, missed it. G-Feller can't come up with a loose ball. She and Esther Little were battling. And I guess that was off a Little. Sure looked like it was off G-Feller from here. Montana ball. Gina Markson. Switch at the top. A lot of dribble. Ball's not going anywhere. This is number 13, Burton Oliver turnover. Strong. Maxwell. Boom!
Yes, sir. You knew Caitlin saw her running the lane, and she was just waiting for her to get to that spot.
Brenna Maxwell now 15 points, 5 of 6, 3 of 3 from behind the line. And if I'm Coach Fortier, she's not coming out of the game all night.
And you know, that play started from the length of Esther Little, getting the deflection for the turnover.
She's calling for the ball against.
Yeah, hey, heat check, man.
Haley Heward out on her now. Have to bring a little size. Get a hand up in her face. Strong step back 3, that's all. Hollingsworth offensive rebound, and she's fouled by G-Feller. And that'll be her first with 8:15 to go first
And you mentioned the length of being able to put Heward out there on Maxwell. This Montana team does have those long guards, so they can put them out there on Gonzaga's bigger guards. Sometimes we don't always see that, where other teams don't have that length.
Yeah.
But Montana does.
Kaylee Stokes just checked out of the game for Gonzaga. And I believe it was Michaela Williams who just replaced her. Hollingsworth misses the front end. 77% free throw shooter. Junior out of Melbourne, 1 of 2. And she'll get a breather now too. She's replaced by Destiny Burton. Destiny's had some good minutes over the last 3 or 4 games for the Zags. She's come in and made an impact.
Yeah, taking a little time to adjust, to learn the plays, obviously with anybody new coming into a system. But she, there wasn't a lot of time to adjust. Like with those injuries going down, it's, next woman up, and here we go.
Maxwell wide open. She started running down the floor before the ball hit the rim.
She knew it.
It's like when you hit that putt, you start walking to the next tee box.
Oh man, so fun to watch. But yeah, these other players like Esther Little getting those extra minutes that maybe they wouldn't have gotten, or as many minutes, and they're getting a lot of valuable game experience.
Shot off by Koenig. Wrong. Kayla Williams, step back 3. She finds the range.
It's contagious, Greg.
It is.
It's contagious.
It's very contagious tonight. Brenna Maxwell with 4. Williams hits her first. Zags as a team now 5 of 7 from downtown. Michaela Williams finds the range. Zags pulling away in the second quarter. Gonzaga coverage of the game brought to you by Primera. Primera, proud partner of the Gonzaga basketball program. Brenna Maxwell, she's in the zone.
It is 18 points. Mind you, we're not even, this is a stat line for like the game for a good player, but 18 points, 6 of 7 shooting, 4 for 4 behind the 3-point line, perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw in 11 minutes.
And she's getting a rest here. I'm waiting for her to do the old spoon, keep feeding.
That's what I was thinking when I was sitting up here.
Keep feeding me, coach. I am locked in.
Hey, when you have a point guard like Kaylin Trong, she's gonna find you.
Well, and a lot of these are coming in transition. They're open threes, and Maxwell's just not gonna miss many of them tonight, is she? Not that she misses many, period. There's Williams with a nice block on the penetration. Corner 3 on the way. That's short from Libby Stump. Offensive rebound by G-Feller. Another chance for Montana. Stump driving, and that's a foul against Gonzaga's number 3, Peyton Muma, the freshman from Highlands Ranch, Colorado.
Earlier in this game, when Montana was struggling offensively, it didn't seem like they had a lot of players going for the offensive glass, and we've seen them now fighting. This last possession, they got an extra possession because of that offensive board.
Sammy Fatkin working on Prong. That was a nice off-balance shot. I like her game.
That was. She hung in the air longer than I thought.
Yeah, 5'11". There's Muma to the corner. Nice catch by Michaela. Little sets the screen. Behind the back dribble, Kaylin Trong. Game slows down when the ball's in her hands.
I know. You can just see her like eyeing. She's got eyes all over, just feeling where that defensive player goes.
And the 3 on the way. Burton, big rebound. Shot up, missed it. Got it again. G-Feller trying to rip it away. Possession arrow favors Gonzaga.
Great battling inside done by Burton.
Yeah, Destiny doing some work, Steph.
Yeah, it's just staying strong, not able to get the shot up, but sticking with it.
From Arlington, Texas. She's from Texas. She's tough. That's all you got to see. Zags up by 13, Trong. Hollingsworth, 3 on the way. Bingo. Now 1 of 2 in the game. She's over 50% on the season. Or actually right at 50, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's now 14 of 28. Turn around, and she's fouled. And Fatkin will go to the line for a chance at 3. Kaylin Trong called for the foul. That's number 2 on her.
Right now, Gonzaga needs to try and find a solution for this. Fatkin is really having a lot of success off that dribble, little pull-up jumper. She's also gotten to the rim as well.
And she's been matched up with Kaylin a lot here, and she's got the size advantage. Shooting right over. So Kaylin out of the game right now. Peyton Muma back on the floor for GU. That's 2 fouls on Kaylin Trong. And Yvonne Ejim back on the floor for Gonzaga as well. Muma, point guard of the future for the Zags, on the floor. 9 on the shot clock. Hollingsworth the catch. She's got to go. 3 to shoot. Trying to step through. Shot up and a late whistle. And a foul called. Offensive, the charge. And now Montana with some momentum, and Kaylin Trong on the bench. Important moments right now for both teams.
And G-Feller just pumped after that play, and the bench feeding off that energy.
And Sammy Fatkin going to work. Markson. Skip. Stump will drive. Hang. Off the glass.
This Montana team and their little pull-up jumpers have been just phenomenal tonight. They get into the paint and just lift and have been able to convert really well.
We don't see enough of that in the game anymore, the jump stop, right? Because the analytics say go to the rim, draw a foul, chance for 3.
Right, yeah.
Ejim, left hand reverse. Yvonne Ejim.
Great patience by Yvonne. Beautiful reverse.
Yvonne now with 5. Maxron 3 on the way. Gonzaga ball. Brenna Maxwell back on the floor. Muma goes out. Well, how long before Brenna does a heat check here?
Well, I think the other piece of it is that she's really smart. And she knows how to get herself in spots and get herself to the spot. And she comes off those screens or runs those lanes so that way she's got that space to get the shot off.
There's a step back jack from the corner. Offensive rebound, Maxwell to Stokes, back to Brenna. Free throw line jumper. It's off, rebounded by Gina Markson. Zags up by 13, but Montana hanging in there. G-Feller will drive. Hollingsworth with the block. G-Feller got it back. Shot up and good by Danny Barch. Took her time, made sure she connected. An 11-point Gonzaga lead. Zags have hit 12 of their 26 shots in this game. Montana 11 of 26. Williams. Really the difference in this game right now coming from the three-point line. Zags have hit 6. Montana has yet to hit one. And G-Feller drives, missed it. Stokes the rebound.
And that's a big point because this Montana team does shoot those threes, and they've got really good three-point shooters. So you could say that Gonzaga has played them really well in that aspect to not let that three-point game get going.
Yeah, Montana has 11 field goals. Gonzaga has 12, and yet it's an 11-point Zag lead. They've done it at the free throw line where they're 8 of 10. Montana's 5 of 7. And there's the first shot from downtown for the Grizzlies. And it's an 8-point Gonzaga lead and a timeout called Gonzaga. And Montana will keep shooting them. They're now 1 of 6.
G-Feller talked about how she's able to stretch the defense out. She can finish inside both ways. But after that three, she looked a little tired. I wasn't sure if it was like, oh, finally I got in my outside shot going, or she's been playing hard for this Grizz team. And so getting a little break here Well, Gonzaga regroups and talks about how they want to finish out this second quarter right now.
And that rotation late getting to G-Feller was really left her wide open. Look, this is a regional rivalry. Say all you want. Montana leads the overall series 17-16. The Zags have won, I believe it's the last 7 or 9. What did I read earlier? The last 9. And Montana, this is a big deal for them to play Gonzaga. The Zags have dominated the West Coast for quite a few years now. Maxwell, another quick trigger. And that one falls off the rim. That's her first miss. And a foul called on Williams, I believe, or is that on Hollingsworth?
I think Hollingsworth, that's her second.
But really, other than Stanford in the West, the Zags have been the dominant winners for a long time.
Well, yeah, you talk about a team that has had 7, this is, Coach Fortier doing a great job. This is a team that has 7 20-plus seasons out of the last 8. They've reached 17 regular WCC titles. 13 NCAA appearances, 5 straight. It's just, like you said, the dominance is there.
Oh, there's a trip of Trong. A whistle prior to that. Fatkin was on the floor and Kaylin tripped over her. I think everybody's okay. Foul has been called. Another look at it. Fatkin fell down and then Kaylin couldn't get over her. Foul called on, is it? No, they haven't put it up here. Yeah, it's on Fatkin, her first. Strong, and there's a bump out near midcourt.
And that's Burton third foul. And that far away from the basket,
yeah, you can't.
At 6'2", with those 2 fouls already.
But she's a redshirt freshman. Early in her development. She'll learn from that. And that's the problem, right? You're a player you want to play, and now that sends you back to the bench.
Right.
Kaylin Trong, boy, that's just a fantastic handle.
I know, she gets the
She's
defensive player on her hip, and then she just kind of just plays with him almost, like, which way do I want you to go?
There's an offensive foul. Esther Little. Zags give it right back. They now have 7 turnovers. Yeah, she was moving. Wide open. Shot on the way. That's off the front by Fatkin. G-Feller offensive rebound. Another chance for Montana. 3 is up. That's off the right side of the rim by Matt Koenig. Burton, the rebound outlet. Kaylin Trong. She'll fire the 3. That's short. Long rebound in the corner, back to Montana. Final minute of play in this first half. Zags up by 8. Montana trying to trim it. Williams clears the miss. There's about 6-second differential between the 2 clocks, so Montana will get another look, but looks like Gonzaga will drain this clock down. Zags 12 of 30, 40%. Montana 12 of 32, 37.5%. Trong got inside, blocked by Barch. It's out of play, stops the clock with 13.2 and 6 seconds on the shot clock. Montana, you got to watch out for number 22. Don't let Brenna Maxwell get open here. She's got the ball. She's going to try to get it up. Burton set the screen, in and out, halfway down, and it popped out somehow. There's magnets on the top of the roof, and it drew it right back out. Here's Stump. Got it away in time, and it goes, and Montana with some momentum heads off to the locker room, down by 6 on the road against number 22, Gonzaga. Another look at it. This is a freshman from Ferndale, Washington. She knew what to do with it.
Yes, she did. Yeah, she knew where she was going. Fatkin was calling for the ball, but she said, no, I'm going to take this. And we talked about how great she's been, a boost for the Grizz coming off the bench.
Yeah, Zags lead it by 6, 38-32. Coach Fortier joins us now. Coach, when we look at the numbers here, it looks like you guys have built this advantage from that three-point line, 6-12. But tell us, what didn't you like in that first half?
I don't think we're containing dribble penetration well at all. So we got to move our feet better, because they're dribbling past us, we're having to help, and then they're kicking out to their own players who can either shoot it or make the next play. So I think that we got to do a little bit better with our one-on-one defense.
So going into this, we know the Grizz shoot the three-point. You were talking about closeouts. How do you feel that Gonzaga's been doing? Because the Grizz have only hit one three-pointer so far.
Yeah, we're flying out. That's fine. That's one part of a closeout, though. The first part is take away the shot, and the second part is have your weight back so you can contain the drive. I would say that we're doing one half of the closeout. We need to do a complete closeout.
All right.
Coach, yeah, thanks for your time, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thanks.
Well, it is the Christmas season, everybody. There's some really fine Christmas sweaters hanging out in the screen, and I've seen a few. 38-32, certainly entertaining tonight at the McCarthy Athletic Center. And you know, for these players, Gonzaga just trying to get one more win and then just get off to Christmas, right? Get off this floor for a few days, put the basketball up, don't touch it. Enjoy some turkey and gravy or ham or whatever your thing is. Zags up by 6. We got a great second half in front of us. Zags were money from downtown. Brenna Maxwell leads them with 18 on 6 and 10 from the floor. Welcome back to Gonzaga Halftime Report, brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Join us at Coeur d'Alene Casino for a mouth-watering steak dinner, pampering spot treatment, or the hottest games around. Coeur d'Alene Casino, a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. Coeur d'Alene Casino, welcome home. And there is some Christmas spirit going on here at mid-court at the McCarthy Athletic Center. These people have donned their holiday best.
They are in the holiday spirit.
Now that one, I don't know what but she better have won.
I think she did. It
Yes.
looks like she, yeah.
Yeah, she better have won. I hope it's like a big bag full of candy. Look at that cute elf. Oh man, it's festive in here tonight. And boy, that three ball for Brenna Maxwell, it's really impressive to watch her play. The catch and shoot, like it's at another level.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like you said, the amount of time it takes her to get the ball out of that shooting pocket is very, very small. So she doesn't need a lot of space. You can see there at one point she was 4 for 4. Now just 4 of 5. But
hiccup.
The big difference maker for Gonzaga in that first half with 18 points. Just basically because of that three-point shooting. But that's not all she can do. We saw her also get into the paint and knock down some jumpers, finish at the rim.
There's Michaela Williams, also hit one as a team. Gonzaga was 6 of 12 in that first half. Eliza Hollingsworth hit one. But I know Brenna Maxwell can do other things, but if you can shoot it that well at that high a clip, you know, and I know a player's got to put it on the floor, and that's one reason why she is shooting, you know, over 50% of the season, because you do have to defend her honestly, which opens up that three-point shot. The numbers, not Gonzaga's best offensive first half of basketball, 38%. They held Montana to 39%. And really the difference in the game, Gonzaga was 8 of 10 from the free throw line to just 5 of 7 for Montana. So a three-point advantage there. And then the Zags hit 5 more threes.
Yeah, like you said, it was the threes that pulled them away. If you're looking at Montana, you're liking what you're getting out of your bench points, your production, and a lot of that comes from Stump. She comes in, we've talked about the lift that she gives them.
Each team with those 7 turnovers. Gonzaga did a better job in turning Montana's turnovers into points. Oh, Christmas time, isn't it? It's a spectacular time of the year. And when there's all this feet of snow outside, it's even better. I've got so much spirit. Zags up by 6. Back in a moment. Tune into the nonstop local KHQ and SWX on Wednesday, December the 28th, as the 11th ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs return from the holidays for a battle against the Eastern Oregon Mountaineers. Tip-off set for 2 o'clock. Gonzaga basketball live next Wednesday night on nonstop local KHQ and SWX, your home of local sports. I know we have to promote them, but doggone, I'm not thinking about a thing after December 25th. Come on. It's
So
the
excited
Zags. It'll
for
be
Christmas.
fun. I'll be there. It'll be awesome, but I'm not thinking about it. The only thing that matters right now is the next half of basketball and then December 25.
Go.
West Coast Conference women's basketball standings. All right, Zags now 11-2, picked to win the conference again. Where is the biggest battle going to come for Gonzaga this year?
The toughest battle? I think Portland's a tough match. They've got a lot of players returning. They've got some good momentum going. They've had some good previous seasons. And of course, you know, BYU. I know they're not off to a great start, but always tough.
It's a rivalry.
It is.
And you know what they say about rivalries?
I don't know, Greg. With you, I don't know.
I don't have time to explain. Look it up at home, people. Halftime continues. We're back in a moment. And welcome back to Spokane, Washington. Another beautiful wintertime scene there. Lights are out. Where is everybody?
It's cold, Greg.
Oh, it's
They're
not.
home
Come on,
and
it's
warm.
not. It's seriously not that cold. Hey, Montana leads the all-time series. 17 wins, 16. Gonzaga can even that up tonight. The Zags have won the last 9, trying to make it 10 in a row tonight. Last season, another great game in Missoula, 67-60. Both Tronk sisters had good games. Kaylin 15, Kaylee 13. And of course, G. Feller, Carmen had a big game the last time she played Gonzaga. 19 points, 7 of 10 from the floor. She's got 10 tonight, 7 rebounds. She's going to have a same caliber of game.
Yeah, she's just a all-around great player, works hard, can get it done inside and outside. And something that I want to add to this, though, is looking at this, Montana, when they're playing ranked opponents, they're 12-49, and the most all but those 1 wins came between the mid-80s and 90s. The Grizz are only just 1-23 in their last 24 games against ranked opponents.
There you
so
go.
This is something that you talked about, just the rivalry in general. This is a game that they really want. They want to go and knock off a ranked team, and it would just please them, tickle them to do it on Gonzaga's home floor.
Well, there's a good start to this third quarter for Montana. Carmen G-Feller from downtown. It's a 1-possession game at 38-35, and now they're 2 of 10 from behind the arc. So maybe G-Feller, who hit the last 3 and now starts this third quarter with another one. Maybe the rhythm will be different for Montana here. Zags will definitely have to play better. Elijah Hollingsworth, 5 on the shot clock. Kaylin Tronk, good screen there in front of her. Missed the shot. Barch had a hand on it. Should be Zag ball, and it is. Brian Holsinger in his second year as the head coach of Montana. He understands the opportunity in front of him tonight. Kayla Williams, about 12 feet.
Yeah, Michaela Williams, she's that long guard that we talked about Gonzaga having. She's 6'1". A lot of times you see her, where I like to watch her the most, though, is at the top of that 1-2-2 little press that they put on, because she's so long and tough to get around. She works so hard.
Barch at the high post, skip to the corner. Trong saw that going. They try to get it inside to G-Feller. Yvonne Ejim running the floor, the catch and finish. And what a pass from Caitlin Trong.
Great pass, great running by Yvonne. And the pass, Yvonne didn't have to dribble it, so that's even better, right? If a post can just catch it in rhythm and finish it, it's going to limit the chances of a missed basket.
Tough shot there by Gina Markson. But Sammy Fatkin dug out the rebound. Markson the drive, little stutter step there. Skip to the corner. Barch for three, that's long. And again, another offensive rebound for Montana. Zags up by 7. Here's Fatkin. Skip back to the corner. Markson's three, short. Trong boxed her out, grabbed the ball. Here's Williams. Hollingsworth on the post. And Williams misses Yvonne Ejim. That goes out of bounds. Turnover number 8 against Gonzaga, Montana basketball. Kaylee Stokes in. Michaela gets a break.
So Markson with the ball right now. She's the Grizzlies. Oh, wow. Harmon G-Feller.
Yeah, now 16 points.
Yeah.
Gonzaga's got to get out on her. These are open looks she's getting.
Yeah, oh.
Tough pass there. Maxwell tried to save it, but threw it right to Fatkin. Montana on the move, down by 4. Fatkin ended up with it and knocks it down. It's 42-40. Timeout Gonzaga. Coach Fortier upset with her team right now. 7:08 to go in the third. Montana coming out hot from the locker room. Coming into SWX on Tuesday, December 27th for Spokane Chiefs hockey as the Chiefs travel to Seattle to take on the Thunderbirds in Climate Pledge Arena. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. It's Spokane Chiefs hockey live next Tuesday only on SWX, your home for local sports. Well, hot start for Montana here in the third. Coach Fortier not happy with her team, called the timeout.
Yeah,
They've opened, hit 3. They hit 3 of their first 6 shots. Sorry, Steph.
No, that's where I was going with it. And 2 of 4 from behind the 3-point line. And G-Feller with all 3 3-pointers for the Grizz.
Yeah. She's 3 of 5, missed her first 2, and then she's been locked in ever since. Yvonne Ejim. Good patience. Yvonne with 9 points. She's close to double digits. Gonzaga up by 4.
You like that play, especially coming out of the timeout. We saw Coach Fortier was upset with her team, how they came out in the second half. And so calling a timeout, getting that play, Yvonne being composed and getting the bucket.
G-Feller stayed with it, fought through the contact, scores it. She's having a big game tonight for Montana, now with 18. She's 6 of 10 from the floor, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. It's an impressive game for her. Hollingsworth, that's just a 2, feet around the line. Eliza with 8. Barch with Hollingsworth right there, foul away from the ball, and this will be on Stokes.
And G-Feller really looking to establish herself down low, trying to go to work. You can see right here, trying to get around, but
Barch into the corner. That's a wide open 3. Egypt had the loose ball and recollected. Hollingsworth wanting it inside. Zags will swing it. Brennan Maxwell, big time first half, yet to shoot it here in the third. Trong off the front. Loose ball controlled by Montana's Sammy Fatkin.
And Trong 0 for 5 behind the three-point line tonight, but a lot of them have been right there. They just have rattled out.
Got to keep shooting them, though.
Well, yeah, especially the way she's been playing, right?
Oh, that shot way off by Libby Stump. Stump now 0 for 2 from behind that three-point line. We got a timeout. 4:59 to play in the third. We've got a ball game in Spokane. Zags up by 4 at 46-42. Tonight's Smiles of the Game brought to you by Delta Dental. We're on a mission to help make Washington State 100% cavity free. To learn more, visit cavityfreewa.com to see how we're making a difference in our community. Brought to you by Delta Dental of Washington, proud supporters of Healthy Smiles and your Gonzaga Bulldogs. They just had a picture of us up there.
I know. I didn't realize we were being photographed.
Oh, you don't have to cry. Christmas is a happy time. She had tears in her eyes.
Maybe she was laughing.
I hope
she
so.
was laughing.
Maybe happy tears.
Yeah.
Maybe that was in the middle of Montana's comeback here.
Yeah,
Who
that
knows?
could have been too.
Yeah. Zags have hit 4 of their first 6 shots in this quarter. Montana 4 of 9. Kaylin Trong. Eliza Hollingsworth from downtown. She's 2 of 3 from behind that magic line. Zags up by 7.
And the Zags from that first time out, but then now after this break, both getting great execution out of those breaks to get buckets.
And the miss by Fatkin. She almost got it back. I like watching Sammy Fatkin play. Hollingsworth feeling it from downtown. That one's off. Fatkin the rebound. Sammy going coast to coast. Strong stopped her. Shot is short. Kayla Williams with it for GU. Cross court pass. Brenna Maxwell back to Kaylin. Zags settle in. Boy, what a weapon. Eliza Hollingsworth. 6'2", can step out and shoot it. Williams through contact. But Kayla Williams now with 11 points.
Really nice job of staying composed and finishing that play through tough traffic. Again, using her height in there.
Fatkin shot it short. May have gotten away with a little extension of that arm. Trong tripped up, stepped on that sideline. Montana basketball. Zags now with 10 turnovers. And here comes Destiny Burton, the junior from Arlington, Texas, back on the floor. Kaylin. She's like, what was that? Zags just like that, though, back up by 9.
Nice, great defense by Kaylin Trong for the easy 2. Just a 9 stump the ball, getting in that passing lane.
And this is what she did over the weekend in that win against BYU. She just did whatever her team needed her to do. It's not always about scoring this game. Kaylin Trong proving that she's got a skill set that is literally 5 tools. Of course, she's probably not going to dunk it on anybody or block many shots. Fatkin tried to bounce that pass inside, but had to get it through Burton to do it. So Montana ball, 2:48 to play in the third.
Look at Kaylin just keeping her arms in that passing lane and the peripheral vision.
And that's 2 more for G. Feller. She leads all scorers now with 20. 7 of 11 from the floor, 7 rebounds. Zags up by 9. Kaylin, here's Hollingsworth. There's a bump and a foul called on Mac Koenig. And that is foul number 4 on Montana this quarter with 2:23 to go. Burton battling inside with Alex Perog, number 34. Trongs 3. There's her first make. Stump. Hollingsworth had it. She's fouled from behind. And that shot a moment ago by Kaylin was not a 3, was it? Just a 2.
No, just 2, yeah.
Kaylin with 6.
But just again, like you've been saying, the patience, reading the defense, noticing that the defender went under the screen, too much space. Kaylin just for an easy jumper.
Zags lead now at 11. Kaylin. Callie Stokes into the corner. Williams. Kaylin, 8 on the shot clock. Boy, look at the hedge out by G-Feller. She creates the turnover. And running the floor, laying it in, Sammy Fatkin.
Yeah, you're right. G-Feller was really the big reason for that turnover. And then, like you said, Fatkin just all over the place. She's in there battling for rebounds. Getting in there, done offensively for them.
Zags now with 12 turnovers. It's a 9-point lead. Brenna Maxwell back on the floor. Brenna yet to take a shot in this third quarter. She remains at 18 points, 6 of 10 for the game, 4 of 5 from downtown. Montana hanging in. Mac Koenig. Livy Stump. Just over a minute to go in the third. Stump.
Boy.
Inside jumper drops.
That jumper is tough. She creates space for herself. And, you know, just at 5'8", really does a great job of being able to get in there and, like I said, create enough space to get that little jumper off.
Livy with 11. Montana's trimmed that lead down. It's down to 7. Strong from the corner, just like that, back to 10. That's a 3-point make. She's 1 of 6. Now with 9 points. And there's G-Feller. Ran right into Kaylin Trong.
Kaylin's going to take just a little time here, catch her breath.
She's going to need the ice bath
yeah,
after this game.
Yeah, you earned it after that one. But really, Kaylin getting on a little roll started with that defensive play that she made in the get to seal the open layup. And since then, she's knocked down a couple shots, that big 3-pointer. And like you said, she's been doing this for the Zags. This is what she's been doing.
Boy, that was a blindside hit. The left tackle's got to let you know before that D end comes in and takes you out like that. Zags up by 10, 30.8 seconds to play in the third with the basketball. Montana trying to create a turnover. They've got Williams in the corner. Got it to Egypt. They've got to go. Stokes with the basketball. Hollingsworth is up front. Good job by Gonzaga. Less than a second differential between the two clocks. Gonzaga will play for 1. Brenna Maxwell. Callie Stokes. Williams wide open. This is a 3. Falls off, loose. Maxwell trying to get it. Montana with it, and that's how we end the third quarter. Montana got it to within 2. And then Gonzaga extended it out again. They lead by 10, 58-48 as we go to the fourth quarter in Spokane. Carmen G-Feller, though, what a player for the Grizzlies. Eliza Hollingsworth found the range. Zags lead it by 10. They were 9 of 13 from the floor. That's nearly 70%. A fan of the game brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union. Idaho Central Credit Union, your financial success fan club. And another shot of the Christmas sweaters. And, well, I'm sorry. Like, the adults, like, that's a great effort. There's Coach Fortier's son. It's a great effort, but the elf wins it, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just flat
Yeah.
out. And there's Jocelyn Tinkle there with her back to us. And the Tinkle name synonymous with the city of Spokane. Of course, Jocelyn played at Stanford, was part of great teams down there. But her sister played for Gonzaga. Her father grew up here, is now the head coach down at Oregon State, the men's program. There's Ellie Tinkle. She's here.
I know.
Yeah,
she got
fantastic.
a little shout out.
Yes. And that's when they played each other. Let's see, what year was that? Going back a few now.
You can see
But
the
what a talented family.
the Stanford, Stanzag,
Yeah.
Gonzaga Ford shirts.
Yeah.
Stanzaga.
Talented family. Boy, they could all play. Now his brother played at Oregon State as a star. All right, final 10 minutes between Montana and Gonzaga. Zags begin up by 10. Williams' three is long. And G-Feller gobbles up another rebound. Her 8th of the game, and a quick trigger at the other end. The three bangs through for Sammy Fatkin. Montana's not going to go away, Stephanie Hawk. Freeman.
No. And if you've looked at the history between these two teams, that's kind of been the indicator. Last year, only a 7-point game. A lot of the same players, familiar faces.
Oh, that's unstoppable. Yvonne Egypt. 11 points. 4 of 5 from the floor. But when she moves like that, you're not stopping that.
No, her footwork and just her ability, her composure in there. I love it when Yvonne goes to work.
Corner three. Now Montana's starting to find the range. Matt Koenig from downtown. The 5th of the game now for Montana. Back within 6.
So then you're going to have to help me remember, Montana did not have a 3-point make in that first half, correct?
Weren't they 1 of 7?
Did they have 1?
Yeah, I think it was 1 of 7
Yeah,
in that first half. So they've hit 1 of 9. Yeah, 1 of 9. And now they're 5 of 17. Zags 8 of 19 for the game. Point is, Montana's heating up. I think that was your point.
Yeah, thanks, Greg.
Back to a 6-point game. Williams takes it away. She's got Egypt on her wing. Yvonne lay in with the left hand. Zags running the floor.
And I said it in the keys. I think this is when Gonzaga is playing at their best, when they can get out in that transition game, get those easy looks. The bigs run the floor really well. And so when you can get out there and create those easy points for yourself, you can get going really quickly.
G-Feller may have traveled. No whistle. There's a rebound by Barch. And now a chance for 3. That's way off by Markson. But a whistle and a foul called inside on the rebound. Zags and BYU played tightly on Saturday, too. First 3 quarters were nearly a draw, but then Gonzaga's defense really clamped down. BYU struggled to score in that 4th quarter, and Gonzaga just stomped them in that final frame. And I know Coach Fortier is hoping that's what happens here again, but Montana's going to fight. And Egypt just picked up number 3. It was Brenna Maxwell before that. And Callie Stokes. Back on the floor for Gonzaga. Isn't it a strange game? Brenna Maxwell, and I don't mean tonight, but I mean basketball as a whole. Brenna Maxwell could not miss in that first half. Hasn't taken a shot in the second half that I remember.
And some of it could be adjustments, right? Montana goes into halftime, talks about it, says, hey, we gotta try and contain this somehow, right?
Well, she was in one of those zones where you're shocked if it doesn't go in. She shot him with such confidence. Galen Traw. There's the foul on Matt Koenig. And again, Kaylin took that one to the nose. She's a tough girl. Zags up by 8. Kayla will inbound it. She was our post-game interview the other day, too. I enjoyed talking to her.
You know, anytime I get a chance to talk to any of these athletes, they're just really it's really interesting. They're just great and fun to talk to and get to know their personalities off the court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Egypt missing from the elbow. And again, Fatkin into the corner. Montana looking to score. Stokes clears the miss from Matt Koenig. Galen thought about that shot right there. Tripped and stumbled, loose ball. Stokes and Fatkin got tied up. And now it's Little. Players everywhere. Tell me this game doesn't mean a lot to both of these teams.
And those were some tough falls, too.
Well, the crowd doesn't like what just happened. Stokes and Fatkin there. And then it's Esther Little and Danny Barch. And I believe they gave possession to Montana. Fans don't like it. And frankly, I wasn't watching the ball. I was seeing if somebody was going to get hurt.
Right, making sure everybody was getting up all right.
Gina Markson into the corner, open for 3. That's long from Sammy Fatkin, Egypt. With the rebound, her 7th. Williams. Egypt squares and drives. And a foul on the floor by Keely Burton Oliver.
And that's Burton Oliver's 4th.
It is.
Very limited in this game, only 7 minutes.
Yeah, yet to score. She averages 7 points. Williams. Little wanting the ball in the post. There's Egypt at the elbow. Jump shot. You can't leave her open. You got to at least get a hand up. She's going to connect on that.
And she just looks so cool and calm when she shoots inside, outside. She makes a move inside, knocks down the jumper. Just, all right, let's move on.
G. Feller, that's short. Egypt may have got a hand on that shot. Kaylin Trong. Montana, good job in their transition defense. Zags go to the post. Egypt coming to life for Gonzaga. Missed the shot. Little battles, got it to Trong. Off the offensive rebound, Kaylin Trong connects. She's got 12. Gonzaga's up by 13. That's the play of the game, partner.
Yeah, hustle. Some of the easiest threes you make are off an offensive rebound. Gonzaga on a roll, up 67-54. Smart finding her spot.
Kaylin missed her first 5 from behind the three-point line. She's hit her last 2. Zags up by 13. There's time for Montana, but not a lot of time. Step back, that shot way off by G-Feller. Esther Little with it. Kaylin. It's so comforting it for a coach. It's got to be. It's Maxwell. The catch and shoot. There it is. Five of 6 now from downtown. 21 points for Brenna Maxwell. There's a nice finish on the baseline. Sammy Fatkin, I like her.
Yeah, she's just continuing to battle and fight. And then Maxwell, it went quiet for a really long time. And you wonder, is she going to cool off? Is she going to cool off? And
Hollingsworth, corner 3, way long. Fatkin, the rebound. Boy, Fatkin only has 1 speed, doesn't she? Stump from the corner. Boy, the arc on that shot. She's got 14 points, back to an 11-point Gonzaga lead. And right now the Zags are thinking, what do we got to do?
yeah, Montana just keeps. It's like Gonzaga pulls away a little bit, and then Montana makes a little run themselves. But then the story of the game, though, has been that Gonzaga continues to respond.
Wrong, missed it, then missed the putback. I like Libby Stump. Fatkin. G-Feller, 3 on the way. Ooh, that was on but long. Hollingsworth with the rebound. Zags will walk it up. Callie Stokes will be checking in here momentarily. Next whistle. Brenna Maxwell stump out on her this time. Six on the shot clock. Kayla Williams. Bounce. Eliza. Jump shot. Boy, there's some composure on that play by both Williams and Hollingsworth.
Williams, just the ability to anticipate the defense and then just splitting it with that pass to find Hollingsworth, and then Hollingsworth knowing to expect it.
That ball was kicked. Put 20 on the clock. Danny Barch, number 40, coming in for Montana. Yvonne Ejim back on the floor for GU along with Callie Stokes.
So you can see right there, G-Feller comes out to help, but kind of overextends herself, and Williams just making that nice pass.
Boy, that was destined for a turnover. Here's Stokes. Barch lost her balance. Went skidding across the floor. Caitlin Trong can't miss now. 0 for 5 to begin. She's hit 3 in a row. Zags up by 16. Koenig inside, stopped by Stokes. There's a 3 on the way, way too hard. G-Feller trying to throw it off of Ejim. Yvonne caught it anyways. That's got to be demoralizing. Throw it as hard as you can. She just hops back, comes right up in her lap. Thank you.
Yep.
Maxwell. Brenna Maxwell. 23 points now. 8 of 12, 5 of 6 from 3 points. And there's a whistle and a foul called on Callie Stokes.
And you got to look at this Gonzaga team, and this is, they just wear you down, right? Maxwell carried the load in the first half, and then now you're just getting bombarded by multiple players.
I think this is the best team that Coach Fortier's had. I really do.
And we're looking at it with them down 3 players.
I know.
Yeah.
I think with the depth, and sometimes, you know, depth this time of the year is great. I think that we make too much about depth once you get deep into the season, because you want your best 7 or 8 players out there on the floor,
right,
competing for you. But I really do, from an offensive efficiency standpoint, I think Yvonne Ejim is a difference maker, because I think what this program has lacked in the past is that post player that can muscle up with the 6'5" post that you see in the top 10 or 15 programs in this country. And I think Yvonne can bring a physicality to this team that they haven't had.
And she can.
And she's big enough, right? They've had physicality. I'm not saying that. They've certainly had physical players. But somebody that can, with the height as well.
Yeah, no, and she's athletic. We've talked about her footwork inside, and a lot of it, she does the work early, right? She gets
really
good positioning, right? So
her hands are tremendous.
Yes, yeah, she really does have that soft touch.
The release is always high at the rim. Like wherever she played growing up, whoever coached her growing up, she is so fundamentally sound and really difficult to beat, to defend. Just is. That drop step is fast and powerful.
And just overall, this is just a fun team because you've got the three-point shooters, right? That'll get you going. We saw it was a little contagious in that first half. Several players knocked it down, and then they can go to work inside. But then the transition game, they like to get up and run, and you've got posts running, you've got guards running the lanes. It's just a fun style of basketball, not only to play, but to watch.
Yeah, I mean, look, they've had a lot of great teams here now. And, you know, the team with Jill Townsend and Laura Stockton, it was good, it was physical, they had some size. I just like this team's ability to get deflections, to run out. The fact that they have several ball handlers on the team. They've got Michaela Williams, who's really somebody that you can put on somebody getting hot. She can slow them down defensively. And then Yvonne, to me, is the difference maker. She can really go toe-to-toe with those bigger posts in the country. I think this is clearly a top 15 team in the country, which to me puts them, you know, a run to the Sweet 16 is not.
No, I mean, I'm with you, Greg. Like this
I think they're totally good enough to do that. And then everything after that is gravy.
Well, I mean, they showed it down at the Bahamas tournament where they, you know, beat number 6 Louisville and then went and beat number 23 Tennessee. That was phenomenal. Those games, they competed and they battled.
Kaylin, well, she's having a pretty good night now, shooting it from 3, isn't she? 4 of 9.
Started off slow, heating up.
She's just under 50% from downtown now. She missed her first 5. That's fantastic. Stump, nobody came out. She missed it though. Bart's the rebound. G-Feller, put back goes. Boy, what a game she's had now. 22 points, 8 rebounds. But look, this is what good teams do. It's almost like, you know, you're pulling, you know, a chunk of meat away from a shark, and you just let it hang in the water for forever, and you just keep pulling away from it at the last minute. Montana has hung in here, hung in here, and then Gonzaga just went to work. It's almost a 20-point lead.
Yeah, and this is, Montana played hard. They were within 2 at one point, right? And this Montana team, like I said, their record isn't, I don't think it's indicative of how well this team is going to be going into conference play.
They're going to be a tough out for sure. Sammy Fatkin now with 20 points for Montana. G-Feller and Fatkin, pretty good combination. Stump now with 14 as well. Those 3 players played their hearts out tonight. The Zags are in the 80s again. This is going to be 12-2 on the season, ranked number 22. And a long way to go. And you can, you know, they get Kaylee back, another ball handler. Just more depth, and, you know, you can't have enough point guards. You just can't have enough that are that level. You know, listen, I was here for Courtney. You saw Courtney. Like, she was spectacular. Watching Kaylee and Kaylin Trong handle the ball, it reminds me of her. They're different players.
The vision.
Yeah, and just the ability to keep the ball away from the defender, have the ball in the right place, to move the team up the floor and get them in the set and get the ball at the right angle. Like, it reminds me, it's on that level to me.
And this is why they're hard to press too, because you've talked about the multiple ball handlers. So if one gets trapped, they just reverse it, and the other one can bring it up and start the offense or lead the break or whatever.
And you know when they get into the NCAA tournament, they're going to run into Power 5 schools that's going to be their strategy. Let's see if we can turn them over. And Gonzaga should be able to handle it. They have legit ball handling. If Brenna Maxwell continues to shoot the ball at this pace, 50%, 3. Eliza Hollingsworth shooting at 50%. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, and when you have Eliza Hollingsworth knocking down the 3, she pulls out that other post defender, so then Yvonne goes to work one-on-one inside.
I'm telling you, there's a recipe for greatness here.
Yeah.
There's a recipe for greatness. This is going to be a hard team to game plan because they can just beat you so many ways. .48 seconds to go, and I've been told we're going to be talking with Brenna Maxwell after this game. She's got 23 points tonight. Season high. 5 of 6 from 3. And she really jump-started the offense. Of course she was hitting those 3s, so maybe they didn't need the offense to work in other ways. But Gonzaga was a little slow to me in that first half. The engine wasn't quite primed.
It wasn't fluid like we normally see them, right? It was a little more of a struggle.
Wide open. Little left-hand dump in. 82-64. Markson. Drive. G. Feller. Long on that 3. Boy, she got into a rhythm there for a while, shooting from behind the arc. But now she's 3 of 8 for the game. Clock stops with 17 seconds and 17 on the shot clock, so this will be our final attempt at a shot. G. Feller. Barch, feet on the line. That 3 on the way, and that's true. And the first make by Gina Markson. She's 1 of 5 in the game. That's going to do it. Final score 82-67. Zags now 12-2 on the season, and it's off to Christmas. You were a player not that long ago.
Yeah.
That was a big deal,
It was a
right?
long ago. It's getting a little while ago
I
now,
know,
Greg.
but like,
I think so.
You play that last game,
Yeah.
and then you get to go. Like, you get to you put the basketball away. You don't even want to look at it, do you?
Well, no, you got to stay in shape. You can't just go home and eat fudge.
Well, I could.
The whole break.
Yes. Hey, time now to announce tonight's player of the game, presented by A to Z Rental. No job is too big or too small. With 8 convenient locations, we rent everything. The A to Z Rental will be your most valuable player, and tonight it is Brenna Maxwell with her season high 23 points. She was 8 of 12 from the floor, 5 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound. She couldn't miss in the first half.
No, she couldn't. And then she came out later in the second half and even knocked down a shot. And what a game. What a shooter.
No, seriously, like, again, she's one of those players that when the ball leaves her hand, you're shocked if it doesn't go in.
Right.
It's
the
just so
arc, the
textbook,
rotation,
so beautiful, like so quick. Her catch and shoot is as fast as anybody. I can't believe there's a quicker release in college basketball than Brenna Maxwell. And that's hard to defend. And she did a great job getting it off tonight. 5 of 6 from downtown and 23 points. And she's got her headsets on, getting there. Hi, Brenna, can you hear us?
How are you?
Good, I'm Greg. I'm along with Stephanie Hawk Freeman. Wow. Come on, big smile. Now that's a heck of a game. 23 points. Talk about the first half shooting the basketball. You couldn't miss. It looked like a peach basket out there, didn't it?
No, I got to give credit to my teammates. It's really cliche, but Kaylin was throwing dimes. KK was throwing dimes. I mean, our team was good and out and running, and it was really great spacing. And it happened to fall in tonight. It just happened for me. But a lot of the rest of the team got hot in the second half, and it was really fun to end the year with these guys.
Brenna, I really want to know, because I know your teammates were finding you, but what did you eat before this game? Or was it a different, pump-up song, pregame ritual or anything?
No, it's just, God is good all the time. He granted a lot of favor on this team tonight, and he's a good God. So he's the reason for the season. Gosh, so cheesy. But yeah, I'll glory to him.
Brenna, the release on your shot is as quick as anybody in college basketball. And
Thank you.
I'm wondering how you got it so quick. For the youngins that are out there that want to shoot the ball like Brenna Maxwell, what did you do growing up that allowed you to catch and shoot it so quick?
You got to ask my dad. I mean, he didn't let me shoot a 3 until I think I was almost in 7th grade. And it's all footwork, getting your legs underneath before you have the ball, and just letting it fly and a lot of reps. So he's a good coach. He's a good coach. He's a good dad. He's taught me everything he knows.
All right, Brenna, so you've made it through your first half with the Gonzaga team. How's it feel? I mean, put it into words for us.
It's great. I mean, it was coming off a pretty rocky year emotionally and mentally, and these guys, I couldn't ask for a better team. They're so great. Love the coaching staff, love these players. They're like a family to me. Hang out off the court, hang out on the court. I can't wait to celebrate with them right now, but they're a great group and super fun to be around.
And Brenna, final question. Christmas, what are the plans?
Going home.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm taking off at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm
Nice.
packing and heading out.
Safe
Congratulations.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Brenna Maxwell, game to remember for sure. 23 points, 8 of 12, 5 of 6. Credit to Dad. Credit to Dad.
Credit to Dad.
Yeah, it is like, I don't know, that's when I watch her play, that's what the ability to catch and shoot and get the ball in that pocket that fast and get it off. It's impressive to watch her shoot a basketball. It's fun.
It is fun, yeah. And you know what? Credit, like she said to her teammates, this was a tough stint for them. 3 wins in 5 days.
Yeah.
That's quick turnaround.
Yeah, you earn a break after that. Partner, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
She's back in the saddle. Zags win at 82-67. The season rolls on. Yvonne Ejim, Caitlin Trong. What a 1-2 punch that is. Throw in Brenna Maxwell. Zags ranked number 22 in the country, and it is climbing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, a lot of basketball to be played. The West Coast Conference, it's going to be tough and rugged, but I think the Zags are ready. For Stephanie Hawk Freeman, I'm Greg Heister. Good night from the McCarthy Athletic Center, and Merry Christmas to all.